Well, the weekend snow gave us a lot of stunning visuals around the area, and we want to bring you some images that were taken by the city of Columbia using a drone. Now, they give an aerial view of some of the most iconic spots around Columbia and what they looked like with a blanket of snow on them. Now, this includes Williams-Brice Stadium, the State House, the newly renovated Finley Park, and Segra Park, which we all know is the home of the Fireflies. It also showed us the Vista area as well. Now, the city has said it believes as much as 4 inches might have fallen in parts of the Capitol. All Columbia City offices are closed today. That's a reminder, but they are expected to resume service tomorrow. Well, even with sunshine today, some roads are still seeing slick patches. Irmo fire officials say shaded areas, including stretches of Bush River Road, are holding on to that ice. News 19's Kiki Gushu checked in with crews about what drivers need to watch out for today. Kiki?
Yeah, Whitney, I am out here on Bush River Road, kind of at the intersection of Green Pines Road, and we're kind of at the peak of the hill, but as you can see below me, there is still snow here in the shade, a lot more than we're seeing in other sunnier patches. And then I'm going to show you over on the road in the shade. We've got these beautiful pine trees, but they are definitely shading this area of Bush River. Now, I spoke with Assistant Chief Valentino over at Irmo Fire, and he said they responded to at least a dozen accidents over the weekend on Bush River Road along this stretch because of the hills and people having trouble getting up and down and just sliding off of the road. Luckily, injuries, but he said there were a lot of cars going off of the road. Now, going into today, he has some advice. It's not looking pretty good right now. We did see a DOT truck come through just as we were standing here and drop some more ice and treating. But I am going to have you take a listen to Chief Valentino's advice for if you are driving and hit a patch of ice. It's great knowledge to have. Take a listen.
Down, because what happens is you're driving on a dry patch of ice and then you're driving on a dry patch of road and then you come to an icy patch and you're too fast. And what a lot of people are doing is they're panicking and hitting the brakes and they're locking up their wheels, and now you're just on a ballistic trajectory. If you're driving slower, and we're talking like 10 to 15 miles an hour below the speed limit, you're probably going to be in a good position to be able to react appropriately. Slow down a little bit more before you hit the ice, and once you do hit the ice, just steer through it. Just drive through it. You'll be fine.
And Chief Valentino told me that they will have to monitor temperatures going into tonight, especially in the shady areas, to see if they're going to form more ice tonight. I want to point out one more time, just seeing how slick these roads are in these shaded areas, and thinking about if we're dropping in to the 30s tonight, we want to make sure we're taking care and following that advice from Chief Valentino. I am going to send it back to you in the studio, Whitney, live in Lexington. Kiki Gushu, News 19, WLTX.
Thank you so much, Kiki, and great advice there. Yes, it's melting in a lot of parts of the Midlands. However, we still have to be careful because there is a good bit of snow on the ground on those shady areas. Now, some areas in Kershaw County still seeing impacts from the snowstorm. News 19's Megan Daukshis is live in Camden. And Megan, talk to us about what you've seen so far out in the Camden area.
Yeah, Whitney, we have still seen a good amount of ice, like Kiki was saying, in those shady areas. Right now, I'm off of Rutledge Street near Broad Street in Camden, and we are seeing right now a pretty big patch of ice here. This is a little bit on the side of the road. You can see how slippery this is. It's got to be a little less than an inch of ice around here. And then we're also seeing right here on the street a lot of ice. It's all in the shaded areas that buildings are covering. Otherwise, around the area, anything that is been in the sun has really dried up. But there's still potential for moisture tonight as this kind of melts throughout the day. I caught up with the Director of Emergency Services, Will Glover, and he gave an update on how many accidents they've seen today so far from the ice.
5 or 6 so far this morning, a couple overnight, but maybe 2 or 3 overnight. All of them were minor, but it's just those icy patches. You know, part of the road looks fine, so people will start driving faster than probably they should be and hit one of those icy areas and end up sliding off into the ditch or something like that.
Now, Now, I just took a look at the Kershaw County map to show road closures and icy spots around the area. There's about 12 spots around the county that are still showing on that map as iced over bridges. Some in the northern parts. There was 2 or 3 in the Elgin area, and then others throughout the area here in Kershaw County. I also want to point out, I've seen a few people still driving around and having some snow on top of your roof of your car. If that has melted a little bit, it could be ice on that top of your car. So if you do have the chance, try to grab a broom and sweep that off the top of your car before you get on the roads, just to make sure it's not going to fly off to whoever might be driving behind you. Reporting here in Camden, I'm Megan Daukshis, News 19 WLTX.
All right, thank you so much, Megan. Yeah, a great example of the fact that there is still ice on the roads throughout the Midlands. And go ahead and take a look at that map because that is a great resource as well. We want to turn our attention now to Sumpter County because we are learning the roads still dangerous this midday in that area. News 19 Shannon Taylor is live in the city, and we've been talking to Shannon since this morning. And right now we're learning you're actually at the scene of an accident that recently occurred. What can you tell us so far?
Yeah, Whitney, we're actually on Pike Road here in Sumpter, where just a little bit of 20 minutes ago, this road finally opened. I want to go ahead and show you this very incredible video as my photographer and I were actually on our way to the Sumpter Police Department. We ended up coming across this accident that you're seeing on your screen, where a car completely flipped over and fell into a ditch. Now, we did get some information. Apparently, 2 of the drivers that we spoke to, it was 2 cars that were involved, but one of the drivers of the car told us that as she was driving across this road on Pike Road, and there was a patch of ice actually in the road. She was driving 10 miles per hour, and a car behind her, I guess, was, upset that she was driving too slow, but obviously obeying what we have been preaching about driving slow on patchy areas. As she was driving, the car behind her attempted to overtake her. And then that car got caught up into the ice, lost control, and then ended up falling into the ditch. Take a listen to what she had to tell me.
We were coming down Pike, and it's a long strip of ice, frozen ice, and the truck just shot around us, and he lost control of the car and went in the ditch, and we had to pull him out. Stay home and slow down. And don't go around nobody because you ain't going to make it. I mean, I ain't laughing, but Lord have mercy. That was scary. Like, right in front of me. Like.
And how fast were you going? Were you going fast? Were you going slow? Like, what do you think kind of possessed that person to do that?
I guess I was going too slow. We was going like 10. Because I saw the ice, you feel me? So I just went 10. And she ain't been doing no better with all that screaming in my ear, but we made it.
And as you heard it there, she was driving 10 miles per hour and the car attempted to pass her. Now, she did tell me that at the scene here, we had Sumpter Police, we had Sumpter EMS, we even saw the tow truck came and take the car out of the ditch. And I'm just going to go ahead and step out of the way and show you that patch of ice that we're talking about here on Park Road for all of our drivers. Just make sure you're being very careful. There's a little, it's melted now because we had the city of Sumpter come and spray some salt on there to kind of help clear up that area. But the road had some ice on there, and then we have some debris that was swept up from the towing company there. But now the road is open. But that just is a very good example, as our Kiki and Megan were talking about. These road conditions, even something as small as a small little thing of ice on the road is still incredibly dangerous. And we do know that the person who was injured in that car was taken to the hospital, and the people who are not the 2 women that used or the woman that you saw, she's doing fine. But these conditions are continuing to be dangerous, so please be careful and take caution here out in Sumpter. Whitney.
All right, thank you so much, Shannon. Again, we have seen from Kiki, Megan, and Shannon why it is so important that everyone stay safe when you're traveling out on the roads. Please, if you do have to travel, go slow. It doesn't matter what all the other cars are doing. You need to make sure that you are going slow. We're so happy to hear that almost everybody's expected to be okay in these incidents so far.